Welcome back to Four Joes by a Joe. I'm your regular Joe Justin here, and I got my helpful assistant,
Jack.
And we're going to do another review on an RC.
Yep.
We've got the Mini Maxx here, which is by, and we got Willow, the faithful four-legged friend.
Yep.
So, the Mini Maxx, it is, unlike the crawlers in a previous video that you may or may not have watched, is fast, furious. A jumper would be a great like little track rig, and hopefully we can get a small track built for these because they really shine in that. This is made by Traxxas. What did we pay? I think they were about 180 a piece.
Yes.
No upgrades done to them. They do have LiPo batteries. If you're really ripping around, it probably lasts, what do you think, half an hour or so?
Yep.
Maybe a little bit longer, 15 minutes to a half an hour, depending.
Yeah.
Mine is set up with 0 restrictions. There is like 3 driving modes. One is like a race mode that doesn't allow it to go into reverse. There is there's what I would call a jack mode, and that's like a training wheels. It only gives it about 50% of the power, which has been really good for him. But really, honestly, you'll watch him rip around with it, and you're gonna be like, "That's only 50% of the power." And I'm telling you, it's amazing how quick these things can go. I think they can get up to like 30 miles an hour, and they're simple. They're really quick to get to buy. Take it out of the box and start running them. I would recommend getting an upgraded charger, just because they are LiPo batteries, and you get a LiPo safe storage container so that you could charge the batteries in that container. Back up. That you can charge those batteries in the container, and you know, like I said, just be safe while you're doing it. So I'm gonna have Jack just rip this thing around the yard quick, just so you're gonna get a quick idea of how it runs. Really, let it rip. Woo!
I just hit the jump, so it doesn't. If you like hit it like a big jump, then it'll like break something. But
Bring it flying past here. Oop. Try to hit this jump quick. I'll tell you what, these things are pretty durable. Just before shooting this, I ran it out the kitchen door just to jump it out, which is like a 2-foot drop or so. And it wound up actually, I went so fast, it landed on its roof. And there's a little bit of damage, but not a big deal, really. And we've been ripping around on these quite a bit. And hit the jump. It ain't much of a jump. We just got something set up just for fun of it. Woohoo! All right. Rip around in the yard here, Jack. One cool feature about these, at first, that kind of surprised me, which I wasn't sure I understood initially, was that you can't go from forward into reverse immediately, which I think saves the gears from stripping themselves. So you got to give it like a second, or you got to make sure you bring the trigger to neutral before you can go into reverse. And he's 6 and just absolutely loves this thing. We need a track with jumps and all kinds of stuff, but you can see it really throws the dirt. Bring it up here and do what you've been doing. So honestly, you know, there's really not much more to say. They're durable. We've crashed into stuff. We've jumped. We've rolled. We've flipped. We've done just about everything you can do with them.
Yep, and they haven't broke since yet.
Yeah, and we haven't exactly been gentle with them, have we? No, we've been jumping them, all kinds of stuff, and they just rip and tear. And I could see, like I said, if you had a little track, they'd be pretty fun. You know, we did try it on the snow that's over there, and the snow it's starting to melt, and it's pretty soft. So there's not a ton of ground clearance. Yeah, as you can see, I'm sure there's some mods you can do to create more ground clearance, but it's obviously 4-wheel drive, as you can see. Hold on, Jack. Traxxas does a really good job. Bring it back here. With their body clips, they're super easy. There's 4 of them. You just reach under the body and you pull the clip towards you, and then off comes the body. It's that simple. And then if you were to destroy the body, it'd be pretty easy to replace. You know, I don't know a bunch of the specs on all the motors and stuff. I'm not exactly an RC gearhead. We're just getting into it. But it's pretty simple. Their latch down design for the battery is awesome. It just pops out like that, comes off to the side. One thing you'll hear a lot of people complain about Traxxas is they do use a proprietary battery hookup, battery ends, and essentially, really, that, I don't know, that's good and bad. Like, the good thing about it is they're easy to take on and off because the ends are so big.
Yep.
But I guess you have to use their batteries. The thing I will say about, like, the other RCs that we have, the battery ends are so difficult to remove because there isn't much meat there. So I can kind of understand why Traxxas did it, but regardless, it's a cool little rig, and we're having a lot of fun with it, and hope you guys share some of your experiences down in the comments, and if you got any questions, let us know. Thanks for watching Ford Joe's Buy It Joe. Catch you on the next one. All right, on your marks, get set, go.
Stop.
Go get it, go get it. Jack, it's okay, just rip her off.